So for this third part, guys, the action will be mostly in the corners. There's one exception, but I'm not going to talk about this in this video because this is EX Stomp, and I already covered that in my first video. So take a look at my previous video if you want an idea, and if you want to know the setups after EX Stomp. And even though it is regarding V-skill number 2, V-skill number 1 has the same properties and the same animation, so the setup is exactly the same. Alright, now it's time to go for the real deal right over here. And just like the crouching heavy punch we saw in the first part of this video, the main difference here is like I need to hit my opponent while he's in the air. And the higher he will be in the air, the higher the frame advantage will be for me. So what kind of combo and what kind of situation Alex can land those EX special moves while my opponent are into the air? Of course, if we are talking about normal startup, the most obvious one here is crouching heavy punch. So crouching heavy punch here is basically the one that gives you the most frame advantage. See, if I do it as fast as I can, I'm +3 on your quick rise, and I'll be +8 on your back rise. +3 on your quick rise means like even against a 3-frame character, I have enough time to go for a standing medium punch meaty, and it gives me like very, very damaging combo. See, I can do this if I don't want to spend meter. If I have 2 EX meter available, I can even go for something more damaging. Oops, I messed up. See, and I even have access, if I play V-skill number 2, to another setup, which I will cover a little bit after. Now the other special move, where you can land EX flash chop, is the heavy elbow. Unfortunately, Alex don't have any juggle point after this, so I cannot combo that. So the only way to combo to EX flash chop here is after heavy kick elbow. So let's just wrap into it. See, but as you can see, she was a little bit like, she was not as high as before. So here the frame data is different, guys. So let me show you. So I'm only +1. +1 against 3-frame character, as I was saying, is not very good because here I have no answer for wake up 3-frame. So if she chose to go for this, and I press my fastest move, which is 4-frame, I will trade with her and I won't have access to any combo, and I will lose my V-skill, so it's not something you want to do. Okay, I'll try. Up, I trade, and then I lose it. So here, you can use this setup against 4-frame character, but there is another setup, because of course after the heavy kick elbow you can land one more move before going into EX flash chop, and this is crouching heavy punch. So here it will make the difference needed in order to land something meaningful against a 3-frame character. See, if I do it as fast as I can, unfortunately it's not going to be +3, but I'm still +2. That means that my jab, my 4-frame move, will be fast enough to counter our crouching 3-frame. The main difference is like I don't have access to the medium punch, therefore my combo will be less damaging, but it's still a very good option. And against a 4-frame character here, guys, you can press medium punch, because medium punch will cover their wake up 4-frames. So let's try to get something from a crouching light punch here. Up. See, I can still go for this. The damage is still pretty good, you know. The damage is still pretty good. Depending on how much meter I have, depending on if I want to spend it or not, you have more routes. So this is up to you to explore which conversion you can get. But this is basically the good setup after EX flash chop and how to use them. Now the second special move where you can cancel is EX elbow. The problem with EX elbow is like, unfortunately for Alex, it doesn't combo from crouching heavy punch, nor from after heavy kick elbow. So you have to find other way to land those moves. This move, I mean. See, like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And then let me show you after EX knee. Here I don't have even have the time to charge. Oh, I have the time to charge. Sorry, but see, my move just goes through her body. So it doesn't work. So you're going to ask me in which situation I can land this special move while my opponent is in the air. And this is basically after a crush counter move when your opponent is either backdashing or jumping. So let's make her jump. with the counter it on, so I can land the crush counter Lariat every time. And I think I still have my my blocking answer ready. Let's check just to be sure. Yes, he jumped forward. All right, so let's go. So basically here, see, I can do this, and here I'm be +6. And again, the frame data here is not very consistent because it will depend on how high you hit your opponent with next elbow. Here, see, I was only +4 because I hit her a little bit closer to the ground. But +4 is still very good because I still have access to standing medium punch, even against 3-frame character. You see? Then I can go for anything I want to get big damaging combo. And the good thing with this is like you have a very good corner carry to be, so you don't need to be like very close to the corner in order to land this. See? I was almost at the middle of the stage and I still get the corner position, I still get the V-skill, I'm still in front of her face to be able to land 2 medium punch. So this is for the jumps. And then the second situation is like if they backdash, basically. So let me set the dummy to backdash on a wake up. Okay, reversal backdash, this is all good. Let's go. And then in which situation where Kami might want to backdash, right? And they are close enough on their wake up. So basically, for example, after EX knee, I'm just giving you like very simple answer, guys, here. That is not the only one. There's of course other situation where you can land this. Of course, if she block everything, is not going to be helpful. So after EX knee here, I can do backdash. You see? Oh, I messed up the combo. But you can see that she's floating into the air and I can convert. Let me try that again. Of course, I still messed up. Here, like the corner carry is pretty huge, so let's... in the corner, it's still possible to land that, but it's still a bit harder. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't work. It should work, guys, don't worry. Don't worry, it should work. Ah, come on. This is the pressure of the video. I just do this, up. The timing is a bit tight. Let's see, I'm +4 here, and of course, like she was waking up with backdash. I still got the counter hit because I had the counter hit setting on. But you get the idea. This is a plus situation. So the other situation where I can do, for example, is if I get the heavy kick activation, right? See? I mean, it's still a very like rare situation, but it can happen. So it's still good to know. Still good to know, I would say. I was +5. I think I can be a little bit more plus, or I can be a little bit less plus, depending on how high my EX elbow touch her. But I think you get the idea. If you're still here in the video, you still get the idea. And you still have one more situation where you can land heavy punch. Not heavy punch, Lariat. Is like, for example, if they decide to backdash again after a block move. So, for example, if you want to mix it up after a tick throw, when they block everything, so let me just remove the block activation, let me block everything. So basically I have kind of a tick throw here, right? So the other option to, so if my opponent wants to evade the tick throw, she has either to backdash or she can delay tech, but let's say she just chooses the backdash. This will happen as well. Up, see? And then you can convert. Again, like depending on how far you are from the corner, like this setup, this particular setup after the Lariat crush counter, if you're mid-screen, it's not very strong because you don't get access to much because there are still the pushback. You're still kind of far away from your opponent. So here, like you need a little bit more of situation awareness. It still means like if I'm around here, like I will be in the corner, right? And then I can get the conversion on a wake up. So that's something like you need to work on. And here the frame data, I think you still be able to beat their wake up 3 frame every time, depending on the character they play. Let me try to see. Like if I do it too late, it won't work. So I think as late as possible, I will be at least -4, I think. I didn't search that like very intensively, but here I'm +4, right? So I'm not sure if I can be a bit more plus. I'm always +4, so I guess this is against like small character like Kami, this is the best I can be. But just know that you will be plus enough in order to beat their fastest button on their wake up. So this is a very good situation as well. You just need, as I was saying, a little bit more situation awareness depending on how far you are from the corner. But this is a setup I recommend as well. So okay, now guys, let's jump into something a little bit more specific. Just still in the third section here. You will need to have a V-Skill 2 store, because V-Skill 2 store will give you access to different combo. And because this is EX special move, the condition here, you have one more condition to respect on top of having V-Skill 2 active, it's to have at least 2 EX meter. What am I saying? No, you don't need 2 EX meter, you can do that with 1 EX meter depending on situation. So let's go right into it. So the first situation where you can use that is after this combo. See? Here I'm +3 on our wake up, so let me just record again our wake up 3 frame to show you, but I think you know how it works right now. Okay, I need to have the V-Skill store, let me save again the status. Up. And see, my standing medium punch will beat our wake up 3 frame. The tricky part here on this combo is like there's one how to say that in English, there's one very specific stuff after medium kick elbow into EX flash chop, is like you can delay your EX flash chop to get more damage. It's kind of hard, the timing is kind of strict, to be honest. See, and you can hit 2 hits, sorry, I'm starting to speak in French, and you can get like 2 hits of your EX special EX flash chop to connect. Sorry guys. So as you could see guys, if I was able to land this, I was +5 on a quick rise. That means I was +10 on a back rise. So I have more frame advantage. Of course, it's still harder to land this, but I think it's something important to work on because it gives you more damage and it gives you a better situation. And then again, you have to remember the condition to get set up on the EX special move. Like you need your second special move, the one you want to cancel into the V-Skill 2, your opponent need to be in the air, so they need to be floating. For example, if I have V-Skill 2 and I do this, it will just transform in the same setup I showed you earlier. So here, which move you're, again, the move to send your opponent in the air and to be able to link is either medium kick elbow or EX flash chop. EX elbow send them in the air, but unfortunately, you won't be able to link into this. So it will just whiff, you will just waste your meter, so it doesn't work, unfortunately. And it's the same for this. See? Your EX special move will just whiff, and it doesn't work. So the last combo I want to show you here right now. So on top of the V-Skill to charge, the other condition is to have 2 EX gauge. Yeah, you need to have 2 EX meter, basically. And then it is EX flash chop into EX elbow. And this setup is pretty strong, especially against 4-frame character, because you will see the frame data here. I'm +7 on quick rise, so +12 on back rise. Against 3-frame character, my lariat will cover the back recovery, but unfortunately it will be a frame slower to beat a quick rise or 3-frame quick rise option. So let me show you that. See here, I get counter it. But against 4-frame character, so I think Kami has a 4-frame, and I think it's a jab, standing jab, because I don't want to change character here. I like beating up Kami. So against a 4-frame character, you get this, you get crush counter on a quick rise, because you will just straight up beat the 4-frame, and if they back rise, it will cover this as well. See? And the interesting part of this is like if it's not a crush counter, let's say your opponent is scared of the command grab and she decides to jump on their wake up after a back rise. Then you have access to very damaging combo, guys. See? And I don't know if you noticed the frame data, guys, but I was plus 10 on it. So plus 10 on it means that I can either link crouching heavy punch with a 10 frame or standing heavy punch after my regular hits lariat. So that's why this setup is pretty interesting, guys. Of course, if she decides to quick rise and she hold up, like for example, let's say a 4-frame character is quick rising and holding up, you will get touched into the air. But I still have the situation here, and I can still put up some pressure on my opponent. So it's not a bad situation at all. But let's go back to the quick rise, to the back rise. Sorry, guys. And let's show you like some other combo you can do. See, you can even do this, so it's a huge combo. See, like she has full life, full stun. And let's say I start from this. And she is stunned. Like a low stun character like Kami is stunned. Like of course, like this sequence, guys, has a weakness. Especially if you play V-skill number 2. Like the weakness of Lariat is, of course, it's V-reversal. So that's the one point I want you to be careful about. So if my opponent decides to quick rise or even to back rise and they V-reversal, depending on how fast their V-reversal is, I won't be able to block. Of course, if I don't make her block, it will be kind of hard to show you. I think she's yes, she's blocking. All right, we can go. I think we are fine. Up. See, I'm not able to block here. So this is straight punish. Against character like Kami, she can switch side, and if I get hit, I lose my V-skill number 2. So this is one point you have to be very careful about, and this is the weakness about this setup. Alright guys, I guess that's it. I think it's time to wrap it up. This video is going to be pretty long. I hope you enjoyed it and that you learned some stuff. And again guys, I was showing you stuff with V-skill number 2, so except the last 2 or 3 setups here, everything works with V-skill 1 as well. Of course, there's also other conversion you can get, but they are very, very more specific, and I want you as well to explore. And maybe you can find some nice stuff and nice use for the V-skill install. And yeah guys, thank you very much, and as always, don't hesitate to follow me on Twitch. I stream there quite often, 3 times a week. Don't hesitate to share the video, and don't hesitate to try Alex and to try different V-skill and see what you can do. Alright guys, see you soon and take care. Bye bye.